Welcome everybody to Team Play Hard's weekly team call. Tonight is extra special because we have a special guest and I'm so excited. I feel like it's a treat for you guys. It's also a treat for me to get to learn from a fellow elite coach. This is the totality of what I know about Julianne. She's a Californian. She's married. I feel like she has 37 consecutive months of Success Club. So that says a lot right there. But the fact that she's an elite coach literally means that she's not only able to recruit, but it also means that she's able to hit Success Club, and that the thing that ties it all together is she's able to teach the people she's recruiting to hit Success Club. And it's where those three circles come together and overlap that you can achieve elite. It's not easy. So I don't need to know Julianne. I don't need to know her from Adam, because I've been an elite coach these last 2 years. So I know what it takes. So I know what kind of blood runs in her veins, because I have it too. It's hard work. It's hustle. She's only been a coach for 3 years. So hats off to you. You did it quicker than I did. And I'm just excited because I'm sure we went about it differently, but those things we had in common. So I also know that Bobby somehow met her in Wisconsin, maybe at a Super Saturday where Trina Gray was speaking. And all I heard about from Bobby was like, Julianne's the best. And Julianne's the best coach ever. Julianne's the best coach ever. And I was like, Bobby, you're talking to your upline. I'm sick of hearing about Julianne. And then he's like, a few months passed. He's like, she would lead a team call. I was like, oh, cool. I love Julianne. So without further ado, let's let her fully introduce herself and take it away. And Julianne, we usually go about half an hour, but then we do question and answer. And that sometimes is like 15 more minutes if that sounds good, but we're not like super rigid.
Sweet. No, I'm so glad to be here. And I met Bobby in Wisconsin, and Trina Gray is my upline, and he reached out to me because he had just moved to Milwaukee, and that's where I lived. And then weirdly enough, I moved to where he lived in California. And so he was still in Milwaukee, I was here, and then now we're both here, and it's great. And honestly, he talks about you all the time, and it's wonderful. It's so easy to compare yourself in this business, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that. My two biggest struggles in this business: comparison and not being where I wanted to be when I wanted to be there. And I've really had to put on a lot of blinders. I was an Emerald coach for 1.5 years. I didn't hit Success Club my first 3 months as a coach. I didn't know anything about coaching, and all I did is I put my eyes down and I just did what I know works. And there's no secret to this business. And I think it's really easy to hear accolades and just get defeated because you're just trying so hard to figure it out. And that's how I felt with my journey to elite, and never feeling good enough and all these things. And I just want to say, if you know why you're doing this, all the rest will come. But when you hit those goals, it doesn't change you as a person. It's the process. And I just think that the most relatable coach makes the best coach, and the coach that just has this genuine passion for helping others. So I'm really excited to talk to you about empowering the invites. Inviting is something that's crucial, but I think it's the one thing that all coaches either struggle with or want to do better with, or rock and then they feel like they're struggling with. So I wanted to walk you through my process of empowering other people, and that's how I see inviting. And I just want you to know that it's not going to be what you think. So I'm going to share my screen, and if you guys have questions, please ask them, and I'll look at the comments below when we do that. But everything you need to know about rocking the invite. And first of all, I started my journey 35 pounds heavier than I am now. I didn't know anything about Beachbody. I had never tried Shakeology. I had never been in a challenge group. I didn't even know what a challenge group was. I became a coach because it was positive, and I heard a Zoom going on, and I was like, that sounds really cool. Sign me up. I didn't even sign up with the challenge pack, but I didn't stop after that. And I hated fitness, by the way. When I say like hated fitness, it was so bad. And now I love it. And I've lost 35 pounds. This is my Shift Shop transformation. I did the official test group, and that was the first time I completed a nutrition plan, start to finish, 3 years in the business. And that changed my life. This is part of my team, Team Rockstar Fit. My personal team is Team Happy and Fit. And then this is my husband, Eric. I was a former teacher. I taught in the inner city. I taught 8th grade. I retired myself at 26. And I know I work harder than my team. I think my team would say that I'm still more in the trenches than ever. So I just really want to be transparent with you guys. So rocking the invite can really be a lot about this stress relief candle. It's my favorite. I have like 10 in my house right now. You light this and you're going to feel like a magical different person. And then I have huge hair. This wet brush, it's the best. Like if you have thick curly hair, you need this. And these are my meal prepping containers I used with the Shift Shop that changed the game for me. It is so easy for me to talk about these 3 things. And the reason it's so easy for me to talk about these 3 things is because I use them daily. They're a part of my life. They're a part of who I am and what I like. And I really want you to think about empowering the invite as the same thing. It should be really easy for you to talk about this business. It should be really easy for you to talk about challenge groups because you should be doing it daily, right? Being a product of the product, listening to personal development, and working on yourself. So for me, I see this whole business as this candle. This candle's amazing. Do you know how many people who have bought this candle because of my Instagram stories? So many. I've sold so many of these candles and I don't even work for this company. It's the same thing with your workouts, your nutrition, and just how you live your life as a coach. So this business requires 3 beliefs. And if you don't have these 3 beliefs, you're not going to rock the invite. I'm going to be straight up with you. Trina Gray actually did a national wake-up call on these. And this is something that I stand behind it 100%, is you have to have belief in yourself and your ability to figure it out. I remember I was a diamond coach thinking, I'm going to go for elite. I didn't know what the heck that meant, but because my upline had done it, I knew I could do it. And by the way, my direct sponsor doesn't do anything in this business. Her direct sponsor doesn't do a whole lot in the business. I outperformed 2 levels up. And I knew I could figure it out. I knew I could. So it's the same thing with having belief in yourself, is do you believe that you could believe in yourself? So maybe you're feeling stuck, but do you know you can change how you feel about yourself right now? I did, and I did. You have to have a belief in this company, in the products and in the workouts. And I think that's actually the easiest belief as a coach, because it works. Like it's legit. It's hard work. It's not a quick fix. And then a belief in your team. I have to say, I've spoken on a lot of team calls, and Ellen, you pumped me up. Your energy, the way you were so detailed with talking to your team, I was like, that's a good coach. That's a good upline. She knows exactly who her people are. She knows when new people are on, and that is hard to do when you build a really strong and big team. So do you believe that you can have success in this business? You guys, there is so enough success for us all. It's so crazy. I think about that all the time where I'm just like, oh my gosh. I think about the Million Club at Summit, and every year I've gone to Summit, it just keeps growing. And I'm like, there's enough success for all of us. Like we all can have that because you can see that it keeps growing. And do you believe that you're capable of doing it? And do you believe that you'll grow? A big thing with rocking the invite is you have to know what your limiting beliefs are. I know that sounds a little weird, but you do. You have to know what those limiting beliefs are in your life. My 2 limiting beliefs in life is money's hard to come by. Can any of you guys relate to that? I grew up really poor. I grew up not having a lot. And another limiting belief is I'm not smart. Book smart, anything. I really struggled in school. And, to lead a team, that's a limiting belief, right? You're not feeling like you're smart enough. But when you think about it, you are what you believe. You have to change that mindset. So knowing I'm working in a business that all of my success is based on me, no one else. Like you are the only way you can build this business. I've seen it. My sponsor didn't do anything in the business, therefore didn't move in the business, right? You have to know what your limiting beliefs are, and you have to change them. This took me a long time to figure out. So another limiting belief is I hate fitness. I don't like it. Well, if I'm going to become a coach and be a successful coach, I know I can learn to love it. Well, I've never joined a challenge group before. How do I know how to run a challenge group? How am I valid, right? Well, okay, I have to change that. I know I can make it awesome. I know I can figure it out. Everything's a Google search away. What I'm talking about, these limiting beliefs, that has so much to do with inviting. If you're feeling limited or not enough, or you don't have it all together, there's going to be some hesitation. So you have to change your confidence. You have to change how you feel about this. I'm an outgoing introvert. Actually, as I jumped on, I got nervous to be on this team call, because I am someone who, if I'm in charge of the social setting, I'm good to go. But if I am in a setting where I don't know anyone, it is so intimidating. It is scary. It makes my heart go really fast. But I knew I could get comfortable with getting uncomfortable. So for example, being an outgoing introvert, messaging people and inviting them to join this business that I didn't know anything about, that's intimidating. But I knew I could figure this thing out. Well, shoot, I don't have many friends on Facebook. How am I going to be successful? Well, I knew how to change that limiting belief. Well, I'm just going to add to my network every single day. And I have. It's really important, you guys, to figure out what your limiting belief is, because that is what's holding you back from rocking the invite. It could be something simple as I word vomit too much, or I don't know what to say back to someone. You have to decide, what is that thing that keeps getting in your way of making it a confident thing and making it a thing that's a gift versus this obligation. So this business is so simple. That's my favorite thing to describe being a coach, is that there's no magic script. So I'm giving you a presentation on inviting, and I'm not giving you a magic script, because there isn't one. And if you own coaching right now where you're at, that is what's going to make you the most successful coach. Actually, I think the longer you get into this business, the harder it is to be relatable to someone who's starting. So if you're struggling with your nutrition, you're struggling with your workouts, you're struggling in general, your pain points, right, that's happening in life, if you own that part of coaching, man, like I am a CEO, I have my own business. You guys, I remember owning being a coach with making $4.99 a week. Meaning that's like way less than minimum wage. Like that's not even right? Working at least like 14 hours in a week and making $4.99. I was a CEO. No one would know. My belief and my heart did not reflect what I was getting in my paycheck. You have to own it. Own your journey right now where you're at. People aren't going to join you because of the weight that you've lost or the money that you make in this business or being a freaking elite coach. People are going to join you because you're owning your story. And then consistency and mindset is key in this business. Again, it's really easy to compare, and it's really easy to not be consistent. This business is easy to do and it's easy not to do. Consistency wins every time, but also you have to work on that mindset, because there are going to be times where you miss a goal. There are going to be times. I had a diamond coach quit last year on the day of summit. I woke up, about to get on my plane, check my email, a diamond coach cancellation, didn't even tell me. That sucked. That was really bad. Like going for elite too, where I'm like, oh my gosh, like how am I going to do this? But I worked on my mindset enough to know I'm going to a house full of coaches who want this. I can't focus my energy on the person who gave up. And then obviously there's 4 vital behaviors. This is how simple this business is. You're going to hear this over and over again. Personal development. I like to call it mindset development. This is how you overcome fear. This is how you overcome doubt and judgment. I think a lot of people are afraid to invite because they're worried about everybody else, right? I don't want to be too salesy. I don't want to blow up people's news feeds, right? And then you get to connect to the bigger picture. You get to dream bigger. I didn't know what that meant before personal development. And being a product of the product. I always say this, if you're not on Shakeology HD, or you're not being a product of the product and you're just paying $15.95, you are not a coach. And I know that might be a tough pill to swallow, but it's so true. Like, if you expect to help people with this, you need to be doing it too. And then with Shakeology, you need to educate people that this isn't a magic shake. And I love that it's not a magic shake, but I do love it's a superfood shake, and that most people in the world aren't protein deficient, but they're nutrient deficient, and it's not a protein shake, and it's a nutritious shake, where you can start educating people and showing them when you put good quality nutrition into your body, you're going to start to feel better. You're going to start to think better. Like, you're legitimately going to become better because you're putting good things into your body. And then start and finish a program. I know that's hard for fit pros and things like that. And like, Ellen, if you teach 6 classes a day, sister, like, you're good. Like, you are being a product of the products. But if you are someone, I'm not a fit pro, guys, and I hated fitness, I didn't start and finish a program until 2 years into the business. So I just want to show you, like, I've been on a journey of growth, and now that's all I do is I start and I finish. But I've been transparent with my journey. I've been honest with my journey, and I tell my audience about my journey. And so they know. And then your inviting is the gateway to freedom. Do you understand that? Not only bringing freedom to other people, but whatever you say you want, like, I don't want to be in debt anymore. I don't want to live the broke life anymore. I just want to travel more. I want to be able to bless people more, all this stuff. Like, do you realize that the invite is the thing that's going to get you to that point? And it's the thing that people don't do. It drives me crazy, where I'm like, oh my gosh, you have such a big vision, but then you're too scared to do the thing that's going to get you to that vision. You got to figure this out. But the gateway to freedom in your dreams and your why is the invite. And then recognition is the celebrating, the encouraging, and the building the community. So it's time for a gut check. My team is always like, Julianne, how do you always get in our heads? You just know. And the reason that I can get inside your heads is because these gut checks are the very ones that I've had to have with myself. And again, I'm a very transparent person. I'm very honest. I'm very truthful. And I'm just going to tell you how it is with my own journey. The answer is always no if you don't ask. Always. You could think, oh, that person wouldn't join me or this or that. You don't know that. The answer is always no if you don't ask. And if someone's going to say you suck, why would you even ask me that? Maybe they shouldn't be a friend of you on Facebook, right? They're either going to not reply, they're going to say, yes, tell me more, or they're going to say, no, not yet. You can't build a business with excuses. I see this a lot. A solid foundation is not one of excuses. Would you be able to show me your dream team list? People that you really want on your team? Can you show me any list that you're working on of talking to people? And then I always say this with inviting. My team loves this one. Are you being lazy with your invites, or are you afraid of your invites? I've been guilty of both, where I know what I'm capable of, but I get a little lazy and complacent, or I'm afraid to reach out to someone. Do you find yourself saying, I've tried everything, maybe this just isn't for me? With the inviting, right? I can't hit Success Club. I just don't know if this is for me. I'm not good at this. I don't think I can do this coaching thing. You guys, I've tried a lot of things, but I know I've not tried everything. And are you banking on your social media to get people, for people to join you? I have done that. I'm so guilty of that. And when I'm like, oh my gosh, like I feel no momentum in my business, I have a gut check with myself of I'm only banking on my social media right now. I need to send out messages, and I'll show you exactly how I do that. And then this business requires consistency, growth, and effort. Do you show up hard for a few weeks and stop? I see this all the time, where they're going strong and then they pull back for a week. I'm just telling you, the reason I've been successful is because I haven't stopped. I've been consistent when I'm out of the country. I've been consistent moving across the country. I've been consistent when I'm sick. I was consistent even when I had a miscarriage in January, which was really hard and rocked my entire world. That I still showed up. And I was there because I know bigger picture, long-term with this, what will pay off even when life is really, really hard. And I know a lot of coaches that have quit, and a lot of people who have been inconsistent, their people come to me because that person isn't there anymore. And then, do you have belief that you can do this? And are you walking the walk? Are you working on yourself daily? And then ask yourself, why is what you're doing not working? So right now in this moment, why is what you're doing not working? Maybe you're focusing your energy in all the wrong areas, which brings me to this gut check. If you are not hitting Success Club, you're not taking action in the right areas. And you need to change this ASAP. So I actually got this from Melanie Mitro. I actually taught a lot of myself on YouTube. I didn't have a sponsor that was helping me, and thankfully no one was holding my hand, because I know I am where I am today because I took action. I think we can absorb a lot of information and get everything, but at the end of the day, it's really the action you're willing to take and implement. So this needs to change with what areas, right, you're taking action. So do you know what it takes to get to a goal? I'll hear people say, I want financial freedom, I want to retire myself. You need to understand what it's going to take to get that goal. People will say, I want to make $100 a week in Team Cycle bonuses. Did you know that that's 700 volume on your weak leg and 1,400 volume on your strong leg? That's going to Team Cycle you into $100 a week. That's each week you need to have that. So you need to be resourceful and do the research. Now, guys, like, honestly, would I have known this 2 years ago, like, I'm learning now, right? I'm teaching this to myself now, so I know that. You need to break it down. So what do you have to do? If you need to be a coach, you need to get your Shakeology covered. Well, you need to sell 4 challenge packs and get $200, meaning you need to talk to at least 40 people. So then maybe you're like, Julianne, man, I need $500 a month in just commissions. This is up to you, right? That you can control this. Well, 10 challenge packs, you need to talk to 100 people in order to get that $500 a month. And you might need to even talk to more than 100. Typically, in my advice or in my scenario, 1 out of 20 people actually say yes. So that might be a gut check for how many conversations you might need to have. With inviting, you need to have a mission and a vision, and this keeps you at the gut check stage. This is really important, you guys. It's really important to know this, because then you know what you're fighting for and you won't guarantee your failure by quitting. Trust me when I say this. So your vision is your huge why. Your vision is the thing you dream in detail. It's the thing that gets you up in the morning when your alarm goes off. Your vision helps you show up when you don't want to. When life hits, there's a tragedy, there's a death, you're moving across the country, you're planning a wedding, you have this and that, stressful times. It is the thing that is going to keep you going in this business. And it keeps you from throwing in the towel. My vision is right here. It's my mom. She's the reason I went for Elite. I knew if I could be in the top 200, I would get an extra $500 a month. And I was going to give it all to her because I grew up with nothing. My goal in this business is to retire my mom, to pay off all of her debt where she can do whatever she wants. You guys don't understand how much that moves me each day to step outside my comfort zone and do the thing I don't want to do because I think of her. It is so in detail. Yes, I want a lot for my husband and I, but not as much as I want for my mom. The very first thing I bought with my Beachbody paycheck was a couch. And my mom slept on a love seat for 2 years of my life so I could have my own room. You guys, is your vision that detailed to where I have no other choice but to be successful? There's so many people who chase shiny objects, want to get rich quickly, and they do all these fads and quick things and jump ship and do all this stuff. Their vision isn't big enough. Like, they are just in this for a temporary quick thing. For me, I'm willing to put in the work for this because of how much it matters to me. So then you're like, oh, that's a lot. Well, you have to have the mission because that's what's going to keep you honest and humble. So it's who you show up for. So I know why I show up. Every single day, I'm going to do a power hour. I'm going to do everything I need to do to move my business forward. But the thing that's going to make me not numbers focused, the thing that's not going to make me rank focused, and all those things are the people I show up for. It's the people that you understand that this gift doesn't stop with you, that you keep on giving this gift. I really think of this business as giving a gift. Because your world was changed, you get to change someone else's world with this business. And I love that. I love that someone can fall in love with fitness. I love that someone can lose 35 pounds. I love that other teachers can leave their job and stay full-time home with their kids. Like, that drives me. And I show up for one person, not everyone. I think a lot of people try to reach everyone on social media. I just try to talk to that one person that I can inspire that day. And you have to remember, if you don't show up, someone misses out. I really think that. So I really invite you after this to figure out what your big vision is. You know, when your alarm goes off and you just don't want to get it done, or you see an inbox with 50 messages to respond to, and the last thing you want to do is respond back to them, and you'll just do it because you know you need to. And then your mission is who you want to show up for, which is your avatar. I know that there's half hour's almost up in questions, but I'm going to keep on cruising, and please write down your questions in the message thread, because it's really going to get good here, and I really want to help you with this. You need to know that this business isn't just a business. To me, it's not just a business. It's not just this thing I do for fun. It's the thing that has allowed me to be me. I get to be me, my weird, freaky, weird self, right? Myself that loves dogs, and I'm a dog aunt, and it's the thing where I wear mismatched socks, and I think leggings are indeed pants. Like, it just is my jam, right? Like, I get to be me, authentically weird, and own that. And there's so much depth to that, because I know what chasing validation looks like, and I know what body bashing looks like, and I know what this exhausting rhythm of rush looks like. And this business has allowed me to be me. And that is the coolest part. And then community and friendships that are just so amazing. It's given me the freedom of the yes life, the happy life, and the resilient life. And I'm not just talking financially, I'm just talking in general. It is amazing the way that I've been able to dream like I have because of this business. It's given me confidence. I get to impact lives for a living. I mean, for real though, like, I don't know how someone can actually change a life with like selling bags. You know what I mean? Like, you actually get to change someone's life with what you're doing. And that is such a mission to be a part of. I get to impact lives for a living. Like I said, belief, vision, drive, passion. I get to travel. I have a choice on what I want to do. And it wasn't always like that. We all start at the same spot, you guys. This business is an even level playing field. There are people who have been in the business less time than me that make more than me. And I've been in this business less time than someone, and I might be making more than them. It's totally entirely up to you, and I love that. My faith has grown, and like I said, I have a vision. And so you have to know with the invite what this business means to you, because if it doesn't mean anything to you, inviting isn't going to be important enough to you, and you're just going to keep putting it off to the sidelines and not doing it. So inviting, it's the thing you want, or it's the thing you don't want to do, but it's the thing you must do. And here are two examples in my life of things in this business that I did not want to do, but I knew I had to do it. Go live. I did not want to go live, and everyone was recording their dang workouts, and I hated fitness. And I remember this was before live, and everyone had these like fun little like collage graphics of their workouts. And I was like, this sucks. I don't want to do it. And then I was noticing they were having a lot of success. Success doesn't play favorites, nor does it play secrets. So I was like, dang it, it's the thing I didn't want to do, but it's the thing I must do. And as soon as I started making videos, as soon as I started going live, I noticed a change in my business. So what is the thing you don't want to do in this business, but you know it's the thing you need to do? Mine was not wanting to do hammer and chisel. I didn't want to do it. I am an Insanity Max 30 girl. I'm a Shanti girl. And my friends were like, you need to do hammer and chisel. And I kept putting it off. And I finally did it. And these are the results I got from it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love lifting. It just changed the game for me. It was the thing I didn't want to do, but it was the thing I needed to do. Is yours following a nutrition plan start to finish? Is yours finishing a program? Is yours listening to the National Wake Up Call every single Monday? You need to figure that out. Maybe it's personal development. So we overcomplicate everything with inviting. Here's an example. So many people are like, oh yeah, I should do that. Or after hearing this call, oh yeah, I'm going to go do that. And in NorCal, you have these huge RVs that are super touristy, and they're called Cruise America. And my husband and I were on the road, and we saw one, and we're like, yeah, we should do that. How many people do that in this business? Oh, I should do that, right? And so immediately I was like, Eric, we should. I'm going to call them right now. Let's book it. And we did. And we went to Yosemite, and it was really awesome and hilarious. That's inviting, you guys. It's the thing where you're like, I should do it. Just do it. Don't even think. Just take action. I was at a coffee shop, and I had this book, and You Are a Badass. It's awesome, right? You probably have read it. And a girl's like, hey, that's an awesome book. How do you like it? I'm like, it's so good. You should get it because this, and this. She's like, I just ordered it. Thank you. How easy was that? That's how inviting should be. It's something that you're walking the walk. It's you're authentically living through, and you should be excited to talk about and knowledgeable and confident in talking about it, and not looking at someone like a way to get money, right? I just looked at this girl. I was like, this is why you need this. And she's like, awesome, I'm getting it. That's how I approach inviting. This is why you need this team. This is why you need to do this with me. It's going to change every aspect of your life. Trust me when I say that. That is how I invite. And then I went to Vegas to watch Backstreet Boys. Yeah, I know. It was pretty awesome. And it's like a bunch of like 30-year-olds belting out BSB, and it's amazing. And there was a person in a wedding dress walking by me, and I was like, hey, congratulations. And honestly, like in Vegas, that's all you want to see is like a wedding, right? And she's like, hey, thank you so much. I think about that with inviting. I think we think like, hey, congratulations on getting married. What if she was like, you suck, you're the worst person in the world, thanks for like flattering me? No, like when you are intentional with reaching out to someone, they're going to be like, thank you for acknowledging me. So when you see people getting married on Facebook, getting engaged, getting new houses, getting new dogs, why aren't you sending them a message saying, hey, congratulations on getting married, by the way, blah, 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 blah. We just sit back and look at everybody living their life. We don't realize that's an invitation for us to message them and send them an invite. It's the same thing with the girl walking by me. I was like, hey, congratulations. It was so easy, you guys. We overcomplicate this business. On social media, when you see someone having a big life thing happen, send them a private message. So there's different types of inviting, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. Please know that there's a difference between starting a conversation and inviting. And I had to figure that out. I'm like, yeah, I sent out like 15 invites. Did you though? Like, did you say, hey, how's it going? Or did you actually send a legit invite? There's the coaching opportunity, and this is how I do this. I'm relentless about sharing the coaching opportunity because that's how I started. So I invite you to also think about, how did you start? Did you start in a challenge group? That's going to be your main gig. You are going to rock those challenge groups. You are going to rock those posts about challenge groups. For me, I do post about challenge groups, but my biggest confidence in this business is someone becoming a coach right away and then getting results. So you need to know how you started, and that's probably how you're going to come across on social media. I'm awkward with signing up challengers and then getting them to coach. Like, it's really awkward for me. And then some of you might be like, that's so easy. And it's not for me. It's really difficult. For me, it's easy to get coaches started and then go. So I do social media. I paint the picture of the coach life, owning being a CEO. I do coach sneak peeks, follow-ups, challenge groups, and there for coaching invites, and then messages, warm and cold. And then for challenge groups, I do event pages. At the end of this, with answering your questions, I really want to show you guys my event pages. Those are the things that are my secret sauce to Success Club. And I'll show you exactly what I do. It's really easy. And then challenge groups, sneak peeks, it's the same thing with the invites. It's a sneak peek to my challenge group. Messages, social media, call to actions, etc. Don't be salesy or a creep when you're sending a message and inviting. Don't make someone feel uncomfortable. Empower people, build relationships, care about their success, listen to their goals, show and share solutions, relate to them, be interested and not interesting. And here's an example that I have of a message that I had with a girl. She messaged me and said she was interested in one of my groups. And I said this, Rebecca, I'm so pumped that you did message me. That leap can be so scary. But when you think about it, it's not that scary at all. I'm proud of you for being brave today. You guys, that's in complete empowerment, right? I'm making her feel comfortable. Thank you for giving me those compliments. I can't explain how much this is a mission to me to empower other people. I love fitness and nutrition, but man, that self-care is what's so vital. I love that your goals are just simply to be healthy and happy. Trust me when I say losing weight doesn't make you happy. However, it's what happens when you start taking care of yourself and you stop focusing on the numbers. That happened for me. It's amazing. When I dropped the weight, it was great and all, but the confidence I gained was so much better. And then I went to form her, what do you do for a job? And before we get started, can you tell me the 5 I am statements that you're going to connect with and really think about? For example, I am strong. The reason was I was doing a confidence challenge group on affirmations. She ended up signing up. And then what was really cool is a month later, she said, Julianne, I was struggling today, but I went back to those I am statements you did when you first messaged me and said them in my head, and I instantly changed my day. How cool is that? That before she bought anything, this is what I said to her, and she used it a month after she got her challenge pack. Pretty cool, guys. This is what I do. So I set goals for to win the day, week, and month. Set a goal. Do you want to have 5? This is what I did. I was like, in the morning, I want to have 5 messages waiting for me. And so maybe that's 5, 10, 20. Now I set a bigger goal. I want to have 50 messages waiting for me in my inbox. Comment and like on 10 posts from new friends and potential coaches. If you expect people to interact with you, you better be interacting with them. Send out 5, 10, 15 form messages. Hey, congratulations on getting married. How was your big day? That would be a form message, right? How's your new job? Where are you moving to? Follow up with at least 2 people a day. All of my diamond coaches are people who told me no for a year. So I asked them to coach 5 times. And I think about this girl, Kayla, that I'm ready for her to sign up already. And I literally am like, Kayla, you're driving me crazy. That's what I said to her today. I've asked her to coach, I think, 10 times. And she's like getting ready, but it's just funny, you guys. Like, fortunate follow-up, just follow up with people. Make Success Club not scary. So many people are like, Success Club 6 is so impossible. I remember my first year hitting it. The next month I'd be like, can I really pull that off again? Can I really do this again? But instead, I make it a non-negotiable, like a workout. It's just gonna happen. I don't even think about it. And then secret sauce, guys, hit Success Club and add at least 2 coaches a month. I swear to you, doing that simple formula of Success Club and adding 2 coaches a month at least, that is going to build a really big business for you if you just keep on repeating that. Wash, rinse, repeat. Do not stay stuck. So many people hit a goal and they hit cruise control. It is bad when they hit emerald, when they hit diamond, when they hit elite. I had that. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to keep going. It was really hard to get all my energy back. Fail forward. Secret, you will get better, and do not quit. Please don't quit. Please don't guarantee your failure by quitting. Like, that is just the secret thing, guys. Don't quit. And empower 1 person a day. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through this real fast. The coaching opportunity, I love to get interaction with people. And so it might be just being like, hey, have you ever had pho before? It's a type of food. Hey, drop your email. I send people a weekly email on just life, but I want people to interact with me daily, and I want them to understand my personality. And that's how I do this whole coaching opportunity, is that they feel like they know me. If someone were to describe Julianne, they'd say, she loves pizza. She loves wearing her pizza pants. I have pizza pants and eating pizza with my pizza pants. I do think leggings are indeed pants. I have huge hair. Like, I wear mismatched socks. Like, people understand me to like the littlest things. This is something that changed the game for me, is making a Facebook friend list. So I have one for potential coaches. I have one for each month of new friends. And what I'll do is I'll go to this Facebook list and then I'll comment and like, and I told you I struggle with comparison. So I can't be on the feed. If I see other coaches, I just can't be there. It's a waste of my time, but also it's just a waste of my energy, and it takes my mind places of I'm not doing good enough. So I just stick to people I want to help. And that's how I do that. I protect my energy, but also my energy is going to where it needs to be in this business. So I'm always working from a list. I'll show you guys how I do that. This is how I do a sneak peek. We were just talking. I always say, hey girl, thanks for commenting on my picture. P.S. You live an adventurous life. Your pictures are awesome. You'll see me doing the, hey girl, thanks for commenting on my post all the time. Hey, thanks for liking my post. Have you ever considered doing what I do? That's what I say. And she's like, talking to me, whatever. And then I just said, my biggest mission is to empower others, right? You guys already know this. I already told you about this about me. Have you ever considered joining our team? I just threw it out there. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not sure I understand what your team is. All I know is you're rocking it, and I'd love more info. Sweet. I would love to tell you more. We have a sneak peek coming up, right? And that's how I throw that in there. A lot of people ask about the transition. You guys, don't overcomplicate this. If you're talking to someone and you're having fun talking to them, say, it's been so fun talking to you. I can't help but ask. I feel like you would really love this. But too many people are like, I gotta wait till I have like 5 interactions. No, like just straight shoot it. This is how I talk about coaching. I was talking about New Orleans. Storm is rolling in. It's been at least a year since I've heard thunder, because in California we don't have it. It's surreal being here. I knew I could turn this business into something more, and I did. Now we're here together. We believe this business opportunity will give you so much freedom. I'm talking about why people need this. Here's one that I love. It's your choice how you see your circumstances. I was the girl who hated working out. I was the girl who would get gym memberships and never go. I was the girl who was afraid to open up her bank account. I was the girl who was buying clothes to make myself feel more confident. I was the girl who cried for attention. Here's the deal. People want success with minimal effort. I want to talk to the people I want to work with and the people I don't want to work with. I want to work with people who want to work hard. And so you'll see that in my social media. For challenge groups, Here's a post that I did, is doing one on routine. And you guys, I talk about why I need the challenge group, not why they need the challenge group. That's a huge difference with your invites. First off, I'm looking for women, so I'm telling them who I want to work with. Like maybe they need to lose weight, do all this stuff, whatever. But then I say, I'm successful with a good routine. When I'm out of routine, I feel like I'm in a funk. Anyone relate to this? I share my experiences of why I need this, but I also list who I want to help and who I want to work with. This is my secret sauce to my invites, and I'll show you guys how I do that. And Ellen, I'm sorry I'm going over time. I hope this is okay. We're good?
You are so good. Just keep going.
Okay, thanks for your affirmation on that. So I do challenge group sneak peeks, and I'm going to take you guys into mine. This is that's going on right now. I post recipes in there on an event page. I post what I normally post on my social media. Mine that's up right now isn't fully there yet, but I'll show you. I do call to actions. I do welcome graphics in my event pages. So when someone buys a challenge pack, I'm like, welcome Caroline, congratulations. And I feel like other people are like, oh my gosh, if Caroline can do it, I can do it too. And then it takes time, but I think it's when you sweat those little details, it really makes a difference in your business. I do limited spaces and create urgency with my posts and with my spots in my groups. And then I create videos. This is my favorite thing with not just myself, but how I get duplication on my team. For new coaches, this is huge. When you are a leader, this is huge in what they need. So what I do, and I'll show you guys, I make 3 videos in my event pages. I make a video on what my routine is about, what my boot camp is about. So I don't just talk about a challenge group, I actually talk about the routine one. So I change it every single month. I'll talk about how this is gonna help reduce procrastination, how we're gonna replace the bad habits we have with good ones because we're gonna have a strong routine. And then my second video is on objections, is yes, you have the time. Yes, you do have the money. And yes, you can afford it. Like, yes, you can do this. But I talk about how fear or lack of confidence or just having a busy schedule can get in the way of taking care of ourselves. And I handle it. And then I make a third one. And I go through the all access challenge pack. And then I talk about Shakeology. But what's really cool about these event pages is that with Team Cup, this is huge. So if I go to Tone Up Your Routine is what it's called. And for my Team Cup team, I just make them co-hosts. And then all they do, all their job to do is just tag. So I'll hear all the welcome graphics that they're doing, which is really fun and awesome. And then we welcome them in our page too. But they just tag people under there. I'm fully confident in talking about challenge groups. I'm fully confident about handling objections. I love handling objections. I feel bad when people give me an objection because I'll go live about it and they'll be like, caught your video today. All right, I'll join you. I feel bad for people because I'm just going to talk about it. But this, you guys, has been the golden thing because not only does it save time, right? How many of you love repeating yourself 50,000 times? I was a teacher, hated every second of repeating myself all the time, right? Well, if you look, I just made this video like last week and it already has 75 views because my team is replicating this. And what's cool and duplicating it is that my leaders, they run event pages for their own challenge groups and they're doing the same thing, but they have different challenge groups, but they're making videos on it. But my newer coaches, I just say, hey, just get people and tag people in that video. I'll handle it for you, right? But then also if I'm traveling and someone's like, hey, can you tell me about your routine group? Hey, hold on a second. Let me tag you on a video. Oh my gosh, it saves so much time. And then the objection one, and you guys can subscribe to my YouTube and you'll get all of my videos. I don't hide anything. What you see is what you get. You'll see all my team calls, everything. But my objection video is like straight up handling what everyone has, is lack of confidence, fear, time, and money. And I just say it. And then a lot of people are like, all right, I saw the video, I'm in. And then I'll be like, great, just watch this last one. I just want you, I'm visual, so they might need to see what that all access looks like. And I'll talk about, man, I didn't have this. I didn't have this all access. I counted all of my DVDs I bought before this. It totaled up to over $500. And you have access to this amazing tool. And that's how I talk about it, which is huge. So that's been a secret sauce for my team with duplication, but also just with time efficiency and being able to do that. Here's some sample conversations I have, you guys, all of the birthdays. So if you look on your social media, you go here, you go to the birthdays. Do not want to do a live video right now. You go to the birthdays. I'll quickly send a message if you hover over, hit message. I won't post on their wall, and I'll just say, hey, happy birthday. I hope you're having the most amazing day. I'm sure you want to make this the best year yet. What are you doing for your special day? Every day, and if you're expanding your network, sometimes I'll have 25 birthdays to go through. And if you're like, I think people are like, I don't know who to message. And then they sit there for 30 minutes and then their power hour is done and they didn't do a single thing. Well, go to the birthdays, be efficient. Messaging someone who liked and commented on my post is every day. Hey, thank you so much for showing me the love on my post. Today I even said like, hey, thanks for liking my post today. I don't know if you saw this, but I'm running an accountability group on routine, fitness, nutrition, and confidence. Let me know if you'd want more information. And just throwing that in there. Or, hey, thanks for liking my post today. Hey, have you ever considered doing what I do? Don't overcomplicate this. Just do. Don't think. Just do. When someone says you're so inspiring, I used to say, thank you. And now I say this. I say, hey, thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Girl, it sounds like this community is just what you would need. It changed my life. Have you ever considered doing what I do? So instead of saying the thank you, I just go, hey, you need to do this. And then help them with that. And then I also just tell people what they will do. I handle objections. I love getting objections. Someone said to one of my coaches, I'm already in shape and you better be careful who you're asking, is what they told him. And I went live about it. And I said, it's a freaking compliment someone's asking you to do this because you can change lives and whatever. So I love going live with any kind of objection. But also when someone tells me, oh, like I need to lose weight or this or that. And I was telling this girl, tell me more about why you struggle with confidence, like whatever. But at the end of this, I told her, I said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to join my 14-day boot camp. You're going to get the all access. Will give you so many different options for workouts that will be a clear plan that you will follow and nutrition guide. And you're going to get Shakeology. And I explain what that is. And this is what's going to be the game changer for you because everything you've done up until this point has not worked. And I tell them what they're going to do. I don't make it a question. Now, does everyone tell me yes? No. I get more no's probably than the average person. I'm just kidding, but I do get a lot of no's. This was in an elite group called The Roundtable Was the Wall. And this is huge, and I really loved this graphic. Ella, I don't know if you saw this, but man, it really spoke to me, and I really think everyone needs to hear this. It's called the 3 seasons of your coaching business. You have the thrive and grow season, which you're able to invest time into your business and grow it. You're hitting Success Club 10 comfortably. You're rank advancing. You have high engagement in team page and training. You're posting at least 3 times a day on social media. You're aware of monthly promos, Team Beachbody news. Contributing factors is your personal and work life are steady and no close family illnesses. Everything's going well. Then you have survival season. You create and get creative to find time to do the 4 vital behaviors. Have you been there? I have. But manage to do so. You're spending late nights, early mornings. You're getting at least Success Club 5. You're maintaining your rank. You're digging deep into your why, and your consistency is there. You're posting at least once a day. You're still aware of monthly promos, but you're leaning more on your success partner or your upline or your team for that support. And contributing factors are pregnancy, new move, new baby, new job, marital problems, illness of a close family member. And this season is temporary. And that's the biggest thing, you guys. I've been in survival season before, and I always think, I know I'm going to get through it. Like I can see past it. I know. And every time I continue to show up in my business, like I said, the day I found out I was an elite coach for the very first time in January was the day I found out I had a miscarriage. Talk about a whirlwind of emotion. And I knew I would get through the pain, even though I was sending out messages and just crying. But I just did it. And I got out of that survival season and hit the thriving and growing season. We're going to go back and forth. This is the season you want to stay out of, is the excuse-making season. I've already told you can't build a solid foundation of coaching with excuses. You're no longer doing the 4 vital behaviors. I always think this, like, if people are not hitting Success Club and not moving their business, they're not doing what they need to do. This business is that simple. It is the 4 vital behaviors. And you're going to hear that over and over again, but it's the truth. You're not hitting Success Club, you're dropping rank, low engagement. I think when you stop engaging with the team, you're going to stop feeling that magic. The team is what's so amazing. Live events are so important. You're not posting on social media. You're unaware of everything that's going on. And get this, the contributing factors, they're the exact same as the survival season. Isn't that interesting? I have a coach, Lauren Lundberg. She's absolutely amazing. And if you follow her on Instagram, some of you might be, she gave birth at 23 weeks to twins, lost one survived, and talk about a survival season of her life. And she is rocking it. She did not make the excuses even when she lost a child, you guys. Like, there's no excuses. Before I answer your questions, and thanks for letting me spend all this time. I know it's kind of not what you typically do, but I want to show you the friends list that I do. So you have these friends lists. I'll show you exactly what I do actually. I'm really obsessed with expanding my network. Like today, I always write down how many, I get defriended all the time too, you guys, but I always grow my network no matter what. I don't pay attention. I'll send out 5, 10 friend requests a day, but I'm not paying attention to which ones accept or not. I have 1,000 friend requests out right now that have not been accepted, if that makes sense. So what I do is I click on my friends, and then I go to recently added, and I will go to add to another list. I don't even think, and I put August. I'll do this, anyone who accepts it in August. And then people that I find that would be a good coach, I add them to my potential coaching list. So 2 things I do with this list. I go to my sneak peek. This is awesome. This is like my favorite thing. Because I don't message new friends that I accept my friend request. I don't know if it's because I'm an outgoing introvert or what, but it's just not my jam. What I will do is I will go to my event page, and I will go to the suggested friends here, and I'll click on all of my days, and it'll pop up here in a second. It's taking a little minute. Hold on, let's see. Anyway, the August people should pop up, and then when they do, here we go. So I have my August. I'm going to hit select all, send invites. So people from January, poor people that get an invite from me every single month. Delete me or join me. That's my philosophy. So then as I go to my friends list, I add that, which I just did. And then if you go to your friends list here, this is how I stay out of comparison. This is how I stay focused is, okay, I'm going to comment on 10 people and like on their posts. Then I'm going to go to my August friends, and I'm going to scroll this newsfeed, and I'm going to build relationships in there. And then I'm going to be like, oh man, I really loved their post. I'm going to put them on my potential coaching list, and then I'm going to send them a message. I'm going to build relationships. So that's exactly what I do. Wash, rinse, repeat. It works. And that's what I do. Any questions?
Oh my gosh. That was like maybe 10 calls worth of meat and
oh no,
into one call. It was so good. So I have a lot to say, but I'm going to wait.
Okay.
I want to give everybody a chance. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Is everyone's mind a little blown? It was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I have a question. I'll go first.
Yes.
I have like 24, but I will narrow it to the first one because I'm a relatively new coach in the business, and a lot of what I hear from successful coaches and you're I don't want to say you're already there, but you're already definitely on your way. You have a story to tell because you're already successful in this business. So when I'm trying to recruit other coaches, it's very difficult for me to say, come join me. This is a great business. I'm not successful in this business yet. It has not replaced my job. I don't have that story. So where do you come from when you're not there yet? Share your story or someone else's story?
No.
Because we all hear that. You know, I have a friend of a friend that's really good at this.
Mm-hmm. You ask yourself, why did you become a coach? And you became a coach for a reason. And my thing is this, and it always will be, and I will stand behind this. Last year I ended the company. I was in the company at number 56. Doesn't mean anything, guys. Truly, I'm saying that, and it doesn't mean anything to me. But the reason I'm saying that is because I'm not 56 right now. I'm not anywhere near that. And people still join me because of my passion and belief and conviction in this business. So Betty, it's not about the reward. People joined me before I lost 35 pounds. People joined me before I was an elite coach. People joined me before I was a 5-star. People joined me before this because I connected to the team, and the team gave me confidence. Personal development gave me confidence, and I said yes for a reason. And I think the biggest freedom in this business is knowing your potential and living a happier and healthier life. And that's how I speak. And that was what will be conveyed. When I talk to people, girlfriend, they don't know what elite is. Like Trina Gray said this. She's like, guys, like going to Summit, you have like all those ribbons or you had none. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I remember having a Emerald one and I was so mad because I was so close to Diamond. I ripped it off and didn't wear it my first Summit. But she's like, if I go to the grocery store, no one cares. No one even knows. And it's so true, where it's like with Beachbody, Betty, it's you that they're going to join for, not your title and accolades. I had a coach that joined me, but was talking to Bonnie Engel. And she liked me because I was intentional in asking her questions and certain things. And Bonnie Engel, she's in the top 10. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say that, because it is truly your belief in what this is going to do for them. And when you speak like that, they will join you. They will. And you said yes for a reason. I always think about that. I'm like, I said yes. Like, they'll join me.
Okay.
And own coaching.
Right.
And own it. Oh, I know I am. And I'm saying that because I had to go through that too. It's an even level playing field. That's what I love about coaching, is that everyone has the same amount of success, like based on themselves. Like, they can have whatever they want in this business, and it's entirely up to you. And it's here. It starts here and here. Too many people can get so focused on like all the right things, right stuff. But like, if you have that heart in this of like, oh man, that's what's going to attract people to you. So own coaching. I'm a CEO. Yeah. And I told you, I was $4, and I'm on a weak leg, inside leg, dead leg. So my entire downline has been just me and no one helping me. And my coaches are blessed, and I tell them, I'm like, you don't even know. Like, I get annoyed with them because they have a good amount of volume, like early on. And I'm like, it's annoying. I didn't have that. I know I'm part of that. But, man, it's entirely up to you on what you want.
Yeah, I guess it's just fear, because I was always, I have been afraid that they're going to go, well, what about you? You haven't quit your JOB yet. What is this going to do for me? And no one said that to me yet. I was just almost fearful to say it, because I didn't want them to say, well, you haven't,
That's your limiting belief.
Yeah, that's
yes,
like I told
totally.
you, find your limiting belief, but also say this. You don't have to do Beachbody to quit your job. Say that. Like, talk like that. Like, the coolest part about being a coach is that it gets to fit in any part of your life, Man, I was talking like I had a paycheck of $1 million, and it was like zero. And it's not even $1 million. You know what I mean? It's just like, I just love it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions?
Oh, well, I'll jump right in. What do you post when you literally, sometimes I have nothing. I'm exhausted. I know I'm supposed to post every single day. I feel like I need to stockpile some for days like today. I'm out of the house 14 hours. I'm dead tired. I need to go to bed in an hour.
Yeah.
I need to post something. I sometimes I've got nothing to say and I don't know what to do.
That's why personal development is so important every day, because I always get some kind of advice from it. And I'm like, oh, I can post about that, or like Google a quote and put it with your picture and like share it, or just be like, I always like do the stop, drop, and selfie, where it's like, who am I now and who was I then? How am I different today? How am I stronger today? Or just saying like stop, drop, and selfie, man, I'm so tired, but even though I'm so exhausted and I can't wait to rest my feet, I am so proud of myself for this. Like, talk how you feel, but then also share like a victory you had that day and be like, man, the Betty a month ago Nah, she would have just watched Netflix all night long and escaped from life, right? I'm making this up, but like that's going to be more relatable to someone.
Do you avoid the people that let's say you click on someone and they're in another MLM, they're doing wine or Lululemon or whatever. Do you avoid trying to engage with them or I catch myself avoiding them to some degree?
I don't think I avoid anyone. I speak my truth on social media. Like I was so annoyed. I usually don't do this and I just stick to my own thing and do my own thing. But someone wrote like, take this little pill and it'll block your carbs and fat in your meals or something like that. And I was like, that's not setting right with me. No, I don't avoid anyone. I just do my thing. But like, I am so in action mode that I'm not even thinking about other people and where they're at. Like I just am going, if that makes sense.
I guess what I'm saying is if I click and I see, oh, they sell Thrive, right? And that's the patches, or another one is the pill like you talked about. I tend to wonder if it's worth my time.
I mean, you could, but I think the biggest thing too is like if you're having enough conversations, there shouldn't be that many of them. Like if you are expanding your network, that should be like 1 out of 30 people, right? So then you're just going and you should be talking to more people outside of that stuff too. I don't talk with a lot of people who are in other businesses, but it's because like of who I friend request to and like who's in my network that I make sure that they're not. Jake, I see you on here and I'm so pumped to see a guy on here. And I just want to say my husband started taking this business like super seriously and actually left his teaching job. And so if you ever want to follow him and ask him questions, something that's working really well for him is he created the Man Cave is what it's called. And it's an ongoing challenge group where he gets a bunch of guys in there. And if you would ever want to be a part of that or like whatever, I just love seeing you on here because the men, it is like, I wish I was a guy sometimes because I think it is a scarce part in this business. That's something that is so vital and huge that like, if to be a guy in this business, I think is striking gold. I really do. Like, I think it's the greatest. So please reach out if you need any ideas because I think it's totally different as a guy in this business than a female, to be honest. So
thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions?
So I had a question about the Facebook group that you're adding all of your new friends to. So is that just like a placeholder that I'm not sure if you covered this and I just missed it with all the kids, but when you friend request people, are you kind of like just dumping them into there so that they can get the information on the business?
So it's not a group. That is like my least favorite thing in the world is when I'm added to 5,000 groups in a day and I'm like, I don't want to be a part of any of these groups. Why are these people putting me in there? I'm putting them in a list, but then it's my event page. So an event page is not putting them anywhere. So we get invited to event pages. You can click yes, not interested, or whatever, can't go. And so I use the event page. So I'm not putting them in a place where they have to like actually remove themselves. It's just a click of a button of like, I'm going or interested. So an event page is different than a group page.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to jump in with a bunch of comments that sort of bounce around. I loved this call so much. Thank you so much, Julianne. It was
thank you.
Such a gift. A couple of things. I love that Julianne spoke directly and challenged us, challenges herself, challenges me, challenges you guys to just simply assess the energy and time you're spending. If it doesn't equate to Success Club, you're wasting your time and your energy in this business. So do an autopsy tonight. Don't just be on this call because we love to hang out together and we had a special guest, but do an autopsy. Are you hitting Success Club? I post it every week. You guys know who hit Success Club in July because I just posted it. And if you did, your picture is on our cover page. You know every single week. think about how much time you guys spend in Voxing and in this and that. I've used this analogy a lot in my business, but some of you come on at different times and it's a good one. So I bet most of you haven't heard it before. In like a cycler's pedal stroke, your energy is best applied at something called push point, which is 3 o'clock on the flywheel. It's when the foot is at 3 o'clock forward, not all the way down, not all the way up, not all the way back, because that's when the most muscles are working together, like synergistically and symbiotically. If you were to like use just your hamstrings, you would be applying your energy to the back, like from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock of that pedal stroke. And you wouldn't be applying your energy well to drive you forward and fast. And I think that is a great example, like that. It's called push point, is Success Club. So all of your energy, and it's not like we're perfect all the time. That's why we keep trying new things. Like I'm super excited because Julianne gave us and me some new things that I haven't tried. Like the event, I'm not doing event pages. And I love that. So I'm always trying new things, but always trying to figure out where is my time and energy being best applied so that I hit Success Club, recruit new coaches, and teach them how to hit Success Club. Okay, next. I found out about myself early on that I've told you guys this, some of you this before. I'm actually like a total procrastinator, even though you'd never know it because I'm scared to death of that demon in me. And so I function at a high level of anxiety and achieving so that I don't let the procrastinator out. That's the side of me you guys see every day. But so like as a young woman, when I was like 19-ish, 21-ish, I was paralyzed by, and I'm going somewhere quickly with this, people I needed to call back. Like if I had a bunch of voicemails, I would get so paralyzed by 10 phone calls to return that I wouldn't call one back. But then I learned that if I would just do it right away, I could deal with it. If I would just like, for some reason, I don't want to ever be on the phone, you guys. I'm still this way. I don't want to call people back. I don't want to be on the phone. I don't know. But I found out if I would just do it, don't think about it, just do it. Then I was like, oh, it's not okay. It's okay. I liked that phone conversation. That was not bad. That was painless. And now I don't have this overwhelming list. Inviting is that same, like, just do it. Don't think, don't act, don't find a script. Just be you and just do it. There's no hesitation. It's like I ended up being a mom when I was just 3 weeks into being married. I got pregnant. I didn't think I was a mom material. And if I would have waited to become what I thought would be a good mom, I never would have had children. So, and think offspring, similar to this business. If you guys wait for people to come to you because you think you're just going to do attraction marketing, they're going to see how great we do our selfies, how we work out every day and we post about it, and look how good we look and how happy we are, and all that stuff is true. But if we're waiting on that and not telling them to do it. I love how Julianne speaks in the imperative. Do it. Join me. This is what you're going to do. It's that, I don't know if you went to that little seminar at Summit in the leadership
that was amazing. It was amazing.
Tell them how to think. That's what I was thinking. You're like, tell them how to think. This is what you're going to do. You're going to trust me today because you're worth it and I have the tools you need.
Yeah.
You talk like that and they respond. And instead of like, if you don't, would you be willing to watch this video, the sneak peek we did last week? And could I get back to you about it? I want you to watch this video. I'm going to follow up with you on Wednesday morning. You're going to have all your questions ready for me. I'm so excited to share this with you and let you pick my brain. Just using like more commanding, authoritative, confident language. People need it. People need to be led, especially when they're the people that we need to be reaching. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm sorry that was taking so long. I also wanted to tell you guys that I think I'll finish with this even because of time, but I had so much more to say. Julianne is not working harder than you guys. That's what I believe. I just recently, we were at that same workshop that I was just asking Julianne if she attended. It was like an earned leadership course at Summit. Brendan Bouchard talked about high achievers, and high achievers actually don't work harder than those achieving mediocre success, and they actually have less stress.
Yeah.
I just read Go Pro that I know Jake read, and I don't know if anyone else has read it on here, but Marie read it. And I don't mean Go Pro. I'm sorry. Good to Great. Good to Great. Good to Great. And he says that in a different way, that his research says basically that, like, you know, you get that flywheel going, like the high achievers, it's less effort. So don't look at her and feel like I can't expend that much energy and time and do what she's like, PowerPoints and going all the time, and I can't do that. I bought that today, Marie. I bought it today. Because I promise you, she's just more efficient. She's just using time and energy in a more efficient way. She's working smarter and easier, and she's in that rhythm, and we can get there. And last thing I want to say is about belief. I love that she started with that. I actually think that's one. I think you touched on, like, the nerves of our team. I think we lack the self-belief. I think that also we're afraid to invite. And so, and those two they directly correlate to one another. And as far as the belief goes, I wanted to encourage you with this too. It doesn't have to be this unwavering, like, full-blown. I'm speaking for myself. Maybe Julianne would answer this differently, but I know that, like, I was like, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that I have what it takes to be a diamond. And I'm pretty sure I could lead a national wake up call someday. And I vacillate between this, like, 90% belief and 100% sometimes. And it wobbles, but then as you do achieve, then you're like, wait, if I can do this, well, if I can get to 2-star, then it's really no different than 5. It's no different. It's just like if you can get to emerald, it's no different than diamond. It's the same thing. And so then now at whatever star I am right now, because, you know, who knows what Thursday it is, but I know that I can be a 15-star, and there are days where that belief is like, I'm pretty sure. I'm not totally sure, but I'm pretty sure. And there's days where I'm like, yep, I got the right people on the bus, and I know how to find the right people for this bus. It's going to happen. So I wanted to encourage you with that. Like, if you don't feel like, but I also love that Julianne said you can change your belief. You can change the way you feel. If you don't love exercise, change that about yourself. You know,
Yeah.
we're not unchangeable beings.
I love that you said that, because I have 2 sticky notes right here, and this is the one I stared at every day. Is I'm a 5-star elite coach last year, and I had it there, and now it says I'm a 10-star coach, and I just stare at it because this is the exact wording that came out of my mouth, because I have a new sponsor now, because my coach doesn't coach anymore, and she became elite, and then Trina's her coach. And she's like, Julianne, I'm no different than you. If I can do it, you can do it. And I was like, Sarah, I can do this. And I was like, I don't know how. I have no idea how I'm going to pull this off, but I know I can. And it was just simply doing the 4 vital behaviors and hitting Success Club and adding 2 coaches a month. And I'm going to end with you guys on this, is I need you guys to see how I've built my business. And I put it all, my brain goes crazy sometimes. And I put it in one spot. But for my team, it's way easier for them. But I'm being so serious with this. And Ellen, I can always add you to this. But straight up, guys, I made this team resources page. And this is what I did for 3 years, and I still continue to do, is I watched YouTube. So I have this resources page. This is all of the YouTube I've ever watched. And I mean, this took me time to put it together. But like, for example, I don't know how to do a Facebook Live, or I don't even know what to go Facebook Live on. And these are the videos I would watch on it. If I am hitting a month where I'm like, I still watch videos on how to go Emerald. I still watch videos on how to hit Success Club. I've hit Success Club 37 months in a row. I watch videos on how to go Elite. I watch videos on how to go Diamond. I watch videos on how to expand my network. I watch videos on how to do this. And because remember I said, I don't know how I can do this, but I know I can. And I was like, it has to be out there. And I still listen to YouTube every day I talked about personal development and professional development, social media. I think it was Betty, when you were saying, I don't know what to post, where like my thing, I was like, oh, go to Google or like go to social media and say how to social media as a Beachbody coach. And then like, you'll see what ideas you can get. And that's what I do as a leader. And as a coach is I am always in phase one teaching myself, even though I've hit Success Club a lot, even though I have gone Emerald over and over and over again and this and that, where I'm like, I can't stop learning because you're going to hear something new. You're going to feel inspired again with inviting. I have moments where I'm like, man, my social media is doing nothing. Man, I feel like I haven't recruited in a while. And then I'll be like, go to YouTube, Julianne, like it's watch, rinse, repeat. This is really easy. So yeah, troll the Instagram. But man, you guys are an incredible crew, and it's so true that it's just time plus consistency. When you see people with hitting certain goals, it doesn't mean that you're not going to. It's just it hasn't happened yet. And again, it's like that picture. I don't know if you guys have seen it, where like they're digging and then they turn around and there's diamonds behind that wall, and they gave up right within an inch of them hitting it. And it's the same thing with coaching. You just got to trust that you're going to get there if you keep doing the right things. You guys rock. Thanks for having me.
That was crazy good. That was awesome. Thanks you guys for staying on.
Yeah, man.
I think you got like mad love in the chat bar.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But just be resourceful. Trina Gray always says resourceful coaches figure it out. And that was my point. So the YouTube was like, it's not that I knew it all. I didn't. No one's born a Beachbody coach, like not until like 10 years from now, then they'll have it their whole life, right? With your kids, they'll know this whole process. But man, no one's born knowing how to multi-level market, right? Like you have to teach yourself. You really have to teach yourself.
It's awesome.
So.
All right, let's end on that note. And I'll shoot you a copy of, add me to the group. Add Jake to the Man Cave group.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to return the favor to you.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Thank you.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you, Julianne.